Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is BT Plays here, and today we are on a quite a dark Crew Motorfest, and we are testing out the Enzo Ferrari today. And it is a very gorgeous looking vehicle, but it's a shame it's quite dark, so we'll go straight into where you can see it better. There we go. And let's get straight into the customization for this vehicle. It is a hypercar vehicle, so I'm not expecting too much, but let's have a look. The grey is nice, but I don't know. Do I want to change it to like a red or something? But the grey does, well, like the baby blue grey does look very nice. That grey doesn't look too great. I mean, we could change it to a blue, or do we keep it as it is? We'll keep it as it is, I think. I do like that quite a lot. Let's get into the visual parts. We have 3 hoods to choose from. We have 9 front bumpers to choose from. The reason why I have customized this vehicle already was because I had it in the Crew 2 and I obviously transferred it over. So I haven't actually used this vehicle in this game yet, but in the Crew 2, what I can recall, it was pretty decent. So we'll see if it will carry over into this game as well. But do we get rid of the Italian flag and go for the carbon? I think we do. That looks very nice. We have 3 rear wings here. Why does that add like a little bit of pink? I don't know why it adds that, but we'll keep it as it is. We have 6 rear bumpers to choose from. Not a wide amount of customization here. We'll go for that one. Obviously, like I said, it is a hypercar vehicle. We'll keep the interior as it is. But yeah, that's all the customization that this vehicle has, except for any vanity items and livery items you want to add as well. But that is all of the customization. So let's get into the performance parts. And of course, 920 parts need to go on. So let's put on the max 920 parts. And this thing now has a top speed of 280 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 3.10 seconds or 3.1 seconds. Brake distance 60 to 0 is 18.8 yards. And it also has 1,466 horsepower. Now, enough of me talking. Let's test out this vehicle at an event, and I'll see you there in a second. We are using a different Italian brand for this event. It's supposed to be a Lamborghini event, but we're using a Ferrari instead. And let's see if this Enzo Ferrari is any good. Look at this thing. It does look very nice. Definitely one of my favourite Ferraris. But let's see if it can actually keep up with. We've got some big boys here. The Jesco, the P1 to our left as well. I think that's the Cyan. But let's see if this thing can hold its weight and actually perform pretty well. And it's pretty quick so far, I won't lie. Look at this. We are off. Top speed I think is 280, so we'll pretty much reach it there, which isn't too bad. I'm spinning out a little bit here. I haven't properly gotten used to the handling. Let's test it now. Okay, it's there's a little bit off. When you're coming off of a turn, it sort of feels a little bit, I don't know. It feels too, like it has less traction than like usual. It feels like I'm racing on ice. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm on a boat in Minecraft on ice. That's probably the best way I could describe it. Imagine handling a boat on ice in Minecraft. That's probably the best way I could describe this vehicle. I mean, it handles well. It's just the traction is just doesn't feel great. Definitely a little bit slidey there as well. Yeah, a little bit slidey, but handling wise, it is pretty good. I can't really fault the brakes either. And the speed, I mean, we are doing silly numbers in this vehicle. So the only thing that lets it down so far is the traction. Yeah, it does drift quite easily, which is quite worrying for a hypercar vehicle. It's definitely not what you want. But I mean, you can get used to it if you keep using this vehicle. It's still a decent vehicle from what I've tested out in the 2 minutes I've used it. It's still a fairly decent vehicle, but that does let it down just a little bit. But apart from that, and the sun glare just keeps getting in my eyes, it's actually a pretty decent vehicle, and I'm not sure how much it is. I don't think it's that much. I think it's around 600k. For a hypercar vehicle, that's not too bad at all. But like I said, I carried it over from the Crew 2, so I don't know the exact price. But if it is 600k, not a bad vehicle for 600k. Okay, final verdict time for this vehicle. And like I said, it was a fairly decent vehicle, and if it is 600k, it is definitely worth 600k. I wouldn't pay anything more than that for this vehicle. It's just a very solid, average hypercar vehicle, really. Nothing really stands out about this vehicle. Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, the brakes and handling are pretty good. No, the traction isn't great, but sometimes, every vehicle has its flaws, so you can't really give it a low score solely on the traction, because the other things were pretty good. Like I mentioned, customization as well wasn't too great, but for 600k you can't really go wrong with a hypercar. So out of 10, I'm gonna give this vehicle, it was very, very average, but still I would use it, so I'm gonna give it a 7.1 out of 10. Could have just given it a 7, but I thought I'd add the point 1 there. The customization did let it down quite a bit, but like I said, it is a Ferrari. You don't really expect much customization, and the traction is definitely a little worrying, but it's still usable. So that's why a 7.1 I think is fair. And of course, if you have used this vehicle, tell me what you think of it down below in the comment section, way down there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.